Listen up, you donkey. Are you tired of wasting precious time in the kitchen? Do you want to cook like a pro without the stress? Well, you've come to the right place. Today, I'm going to share 10 amazing kitchen hacks that will save you time and make your cooking a breeze. We'll cover everything from prepping your ingredients like a pro to cleaning up like a boss. Because in this kitchen, efficiency is key. We don't have time for faffing about. So let's get organized, sharpen those knives, and get ready to revolutionize the way you cook. Right, you lot, let's kick things off with a shocker. Did you know that most of you have been chopping onions wrong your entire lives? That's right, all those tears, all that wasted time, it's a bloody disgrace. But fear not, because Uncle Brian is here to save the day. The secret to speedy onion chopping is all in the way you hold the bloody thing. First, get rid of that wobbly chopping board. You need a stable surface. Then grab your onion and lop off the top, just like you're giving it a bloody haircut. Peel that onion and cut it in half through the root. Now, lay the onion flat side down on your board. Make thin slices across the onion, almost all the way to the root end. Don't chop through the root. We need it to hold the onion together. Now turn your onion 90 degrees and slice again. You'll be left with perfectly diced onion in record time. And the best part? No more tears. You're welcome. Next up, we're tackling another kitchen nightmare, peeling garlic. Now, I know some of you out there love the smell of garlic so much you'd bathe in it. But let's be honest, peeling those sticky little cloves can be a right pain in the arse. But fear not, because I've got a hack that's so simple, you'll be wondering why you didn't think of it yourself. First, grab your garlic cloves and give them a good whack with the flat side of your knife. Don't be shy, show that garlic who's boss. Now, here's the magic part. Put those crushed cloves into a bowl and cover it with another bowl, or a plate. Now hold those bowls together and give them a good shake. After about 10 to 15 seconds, stop shaking and check your garlic. The skins should be falling right off. And there you have it, perfectly peeled garlic in seconds without the hassle. Listen up, you lot. Time is precious, especially in the kitchen. So if you're still chopping your veggies one at a time, you're doing it all wrong. We're going to speed things up with a few simple techniques that'll have you prepping veggies like a pro in no time. First up, let's talk about carrots. Those long cylindrical devils can be a bit of a pain to chop, but not anymore. Grab a vegetable peeler and peel your carrots directly into a bowl. This way, you're not only peeling them, but also creating thin ribbons of carrot that are perfect for salads or stir-fries. Now let's move on to bell peppers. Cut the top and bottom off the pepper, then slice it in half lengthwise. Now, instead of trying to cut around the core, simply run your knife along the inside of the pepper, removing the core and seeds in one go. Finally, let's tackle those leafy greens like spinach or lettuce. Stack them up in a neat pile and roll them up tightly. Now, simply slice through the roll at regular intervals and you'll have perfectly shredded greens in seconds. Herbs. They're the bloody sunshine of the culinary world, adding freshness and fragrance to any dish. But let's be honest, they can be a bit high maintenance, wilting faster than you can say basil. But don't you dare reach for those dried herbs just yet. I'm going to let you in on a little secret that'll keep your herbs fresh and vibrant for days, even weeks. First things first, ditch that plastic packaging. As soon as you get your herbs home, give them a gentle wash under cold water and pat them dry with a clean tea towel. Grab a damp paper towel and wrap your herbs loosely in it, like you're tucking them into bed. Next, pop those wrapped herbs into an airtight container or a resealable bag and store them in the fridge. The damp paper towel will create the perfect level of humidity, keeping your herbs happy and hydrated for days to come. No more wilted basil, no more sad-looking parsley, just vibrant, flavorful herbs, ready to elevate your cooking to new heights. Let's face it, measuring sticky ingredients like honey or syrup can be a recipe for disaster. 1 minute you're trying to get an accurate measurement, the next minute you've got a sticky mess all over your measuring cups, and your kitchen looks like a scene from a horror film. But fear not, my friends, because I've got a hack that's so simple, it's brilliant. And the best part, it'll save you from a world of sticky pain. Before you even think about measuring out your sticky ingredients, grab your cooking oil and lightly grease the inside of your measuring cup or spoon. You can use any oil you like. Just make sure it's flavorless so it doesn't mess with the taste of your recipe. When you pour your honey or syrup into the greased measuring cup, it won't stick. It'll slide right out, leaving you with a clean cup and an accurate measurement. No more sticky residue, no more wasted ingredients, just pure culinary bliss. Listen up, you Muppets! Boiling an egg might seem like the simplest task in the world, but you'd be surprised how many people get it wrong. Overcooked yolks, rubbery whites, and don't even get me started on those dreaded green rings around the yolk. It's enough to make a chef weep. But fear not, because I'm going to let you in on a foolproof method for boiling the perfect egg every single time. No more excuses for serving up subpar breakfasts. First things first, grab your eggs and gently place them in a saucepan. Now cover the eggs with cold water, making sure there's about an inch of water above the eggs. Add a pinch of salt to the water. This will help prevent the eggs from cracking during cooking. Now place the saucepan over medium heat and bring the water to a rolling boil. Once the water is boiling, turn off the heat and cover the saucepan with a lid. Let the eggs sit in the hot water for the desired amount of time, depending on how you like your yolks cooked. For soft-boiled eggs, let the eggs sit for 3 to 4 minutes. For medium-boiled eggs, let them sit for 6 to 7 minutes. And for hard-boiled eggs, let them sit for 8 to 10 minutes. Once the eggs are cooked to your liking, drain the hot water and immediately run the eggs under cold water for a minute or two. This will stop the cooking process and make the eggs easier to peel. We've all been there. You're simmering a pot of something delicious on the stovetop. You turn your back for 1 minute and bam! It's a volcanic eruption of pasta water or soup all over your stovetop. Not only is it a pain in the arse to clean up, but it can also be dangerous. But fear not, my culinary comrades, because I've got a simple hack that'll prevent those boil-over disasters from happening ever again. The secret to preventing boilovers is all about creating a barrier that prevents the bubbles from overflowing. And the best way to do that is with a simple kitchen utensil that you probably already have in your drawer: a wooden spoon. Simply lay the spoon across the top of your pot, handle resting on one side of the rim, spoon resting on the opposite side. The spoon acts as a barrier, breaking the surface tension of the boiling liquid and preventing those pesky bubbles from overflowing. So the next time you're simmering a pot of something delicious, don't risk a boil-over disaster. Grab a wooden spoon and save yourself the hassle. You know what really gets my goat? Buying a beautiful piece of fruit, only to find out it's harder than a rock. Waiting for fruit to ripen can feel like an eternity, especially when you're craving a juicy peach or a sweet, ripe mango. But don't you dare reach for those artificially ripened supermarket fruits. I'm going to let you in on a little secret that'll speed up the ripening process naturally, without sacrificing flavor. The key is to create an environment that mimics the natural ripening process, and we're going to do that with a simple paper bag. Simply place your unripe fruit into a brown paper bag and fold the top loosely to close. The paper bag traps the ethylene gas that the fruit naturally produces as it ripens, speeding up the process. For even faster ripening, add a ripe banana or apple to the bag. These fruits release higher amounts of ethylene gas, which will help to ripen the other fruit more quickly. Check your fruit daily for ripeness, and once it's reached your desired level of softness, transfer it to the refrigerator to slow down the ripening process. Listen up, you smoothie-loving, soup-blending, sauce-making machines. You know that feeling of dread when you've just whipped up a delicious culinary masterpiece in your trusty blender, but now you're faced with the daunting task of cleaning that thing? Those blades, those nooks and crannies. It's enough to make you want to ditch the blender altogether and grab a spoon. But fear not, my friends, because I've got a cleaning hack that's so simple, it's almost criminal. Forget about scrubbing and soaking. We're going to get that blender sparkling clean in seconds, with just 2 simple ingredients: water and dish soap. Fill your blender halfway with warm water and add a squirt of dish soap. Now, put the lid on securely and blend on high speed for 30 seconds to a minute. The swirling action of the water and soap will dislodge any stuck-on food particles, leaving your blender sparkling clean. Once you're done blending, rinse the blender thoroughly with water and leave it to air dry. So the next time you're faced with a dirty blender, don't reach for the scrubbing brush. Just grab your soap and water and let your blender do the work for you. All right, you lazy sods. Are you tired of coming home from a long day only to stare blankly into the fridge, wondering what the bloody hell you're going to eat? Do you find yourself ordering takeaway more often than you'd like to admit? Well, listen up, because I'm about to change your life with the power of meal prepping. That's right, we're going to ditch the excuses and embrace the art of preparing delicious, nutritious meals in advance, so you're always prepared, even when you're feeling lazier than a slug in a heat wave. First things first, we need a game plan. Grab a pen and paper or open up your phone's notes app, and let's brainstorm some meal ideas. What are your go-to healthy meals? What are some new recipes you've been wanting to try? Write them all down. Next, let's talk ingredients. Take a look at your meal ideas and create a master grocery list. This will prevent those last-minute supermarket dashes and ensure you have everything you need on hand to create your culinary masterpieces. Now here's the fun part, cooking. Set aside a few hours on your day off to batch cook your meals. Roast a tray of veggies, grill some chicken breasts, cook a big pot of quinoa, or whip up a batch of your favorite soup. Once your food is cooked, let it cool completely before portioning it out into individual containers. This will prevent soggy meals and ensure that your food stays fresh and flavorful throughout the week. Well, there you have it, you lot. 10 genius kitchen hacks that'll transform the way you cook. Remember, efficiency and simplicity are key to a happy and stress-free kitchen. So ditch those complicated recipes, embrace these hacks, and get ready to cook up a storm. Now don't be a lazy git. Subscribe for more practical tips and tricks. I'll be sharing all my culinary secrets, from mastering basic techniques to creating restaurant-quality dishes at home. And don't forget to like and share if you found these hacks helpful. Let's spread the culinary love and help everyone cook like a pro. Until next time, happy cooking!